I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on GBN, we're unwrapping a heartwarming holiday story that brings faith and tradition together. The name of the book, The Gifts of Christmas, and it's written by a terrific author. Her name is Marcia Francis Przeslawski, and she has written a beautiful book that connects Santa's presence to the greatest gift of all, Jesus Christ. Perfect for families, this inspiring children's book helps parents explain the spiritual meaning behind the Christmas morning magic. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put her on TV today. And we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her beautiful book. The links are below this interview. Marcia, thank you so much for joining me here today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Now, I understand that your daughters are kind of at the heart of this story and the reason why you wrote it. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have 4-year-old twin daughters, and when they were actually only one, we were watching a lot of Christmas shows in the month of December, and it was really sad to me that the shows with Santa Claus were didn't say anything about the birth of Jesus Christ, and I started really looking into the origin of Santa and the tradition, and found that Santa, Saint Nicholas, was a bishop. So he was a Christian and he did believe in God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Well, that's great. I think it's important that children know at an early age that Christmas is about the birth of Christ. Because if you were to watch all the other specials out there, you would think it was about the birth of Santa Claus. You know,
Yeah.
there's very little mention of the Lord when it comes to Christmas specials. So I think your book has done a great service to children. So tell us a little bit about the story itself and how you make that connection to the kids in the book.
Yeah. So, I start with Santa, and that he brings presents and leaves them under our Christmas tree. And then I tie his gift giving directly to the birth of Jesus as God's gift to the world and Jesus's gift of salvation to all. Um, and that I explain as the book goes on that the gifts that we get at Christmas are to show us Jesus's love and to celebrate his Jesus's love, and um, really bring the core back. I know my book says that Santa places the gifts under the Christmas tree because they point to heaven where Jesus lives.
Wonderful. That's beautiful. Talk to us a little bit about the wonderful illustrations and how they enhance the story and its meaning.
Absolutely. So I am also the illustrator of the book. And it took some time to develop images to go with the words. I had the words written first, but once I started, putting my being inspired by my family, the illustrations came really easy, and they are hand drawn with pencil. I hand painted them with watercolor and acrylic and digitally touched them up so they'd be ready for print. And my daughters are in it, my husband's in it, my pets are in it. I consider my family my perfect gift from God as well. And so this is really a passion project.
That's wonderful. Well, you're a double threat then. You're not only an author, you're an illustrator, and that's wonderful. And it must have been really fun to create this. I mean, this is a great gift for your family, for your children, that'll last forever. I mean, this is a great legacy you're leaving for your children and your family. Did you look at it that way when you were creating it?
Yeah, I did. And also just being a new mom, you're constantly teaching your children about all kinds of things in the world. And Christmas is one of them. And I wanted to teach them from a young age what it's all about and not rely on, some outside source to teach them. It's coming from my heart. It's coming from the Lord. And, uh, really excited. to make this connection for parents, because my daughters absolutely understand now, even at their tender age of 3, well, they're 4 now, but we read it all last Christmas, and they really get it, and children are smart and amazing, so we wanna
Really
teach
are.
them young.
Yeah, absolutely. And this will become part of your Christmas tradition now, reading this story to them as they grow older. And they'll be like, remember that Christmas mommy wrote the book? I think that's going to be really a fun part of your Christmas celebration. What advice do you have for parents who want to keep Jesus at the center of their Christmas celebration?
Um, well, I would definitely inspire the audience to get a copy of my book, The Gifts of Christmas. It helps you bridge the stories, and my tagline is it does it seamlessly, because I didn't create it. It's just historical, and when came together that way, because it is historical, it makes it really easy to explain the tradition of gifts under the Christmas tree on Jesus's birthday, because kids really understand getting gifts on their birthday.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, the Christmas specials include, of course, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, The Year Without a Santa Claus. They go on, and they're great and they're fun. But I think there is room for one that's a little more religious, that centers, Jesus at the forefront of the story a little bit more. And why not your book? So have you envision this as an animated tale for children or some kind of production on video that children could enjoy it that way?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it could be adapted for video or film, because again, it would be through the teaching of the message of my book, The Gifts of Christmas, that Santa does believe in the birth of Jesus Christ, and his gift of salvation to all. And so any type of video format can bring that message to life, and bring the wonderful words of God to more people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So has this started something now? Are you thinking about writing other children's books?
It has. It has. I am sort of planning to do a book about Easter, and to tell it in a playful but seamless way that little kids can understand. Because I'm also teaching my children about the crucifixion of Jesus and his resurrection, and what a miracle that was. And so uh, that's in the works right now.
Well, that sounds great. I think it's important because I think for kids, Easter is about this scary Easter bunny that comes into their house and leaves baskets that every child in the world is afraid of. Keep that Easter bunny away from me. But knowing that it's about the crucifixion and the resurrection of the Lord, I think is an important message as well. So you're doing great work here, God's work here, by keeping these holidays that are all about religion, religious themed. And I think that's really, really important. And tell us a little bit about your daughters, their reaction when they first read this book, and what they think of mommy's artwork and all of that.
Yeah, that's a great question. So when I was sketching this, I started sketching um the illustration of Mary and Joseph holding baby Jesus, and my one of my daughters was sitting right next to me, and she was, I think, 2 at the time, and um she could see it even before I had finished the sketch, that that's Mary, mother of God, and Joseph. And it was incredible to see that something so simple can come to life for children so quickly and beautifully. And so they certainly enjoyed being part of the process, always wanting to paint with mommy and work on the book. They're great
Great.
painters.
And you included your pets as well, you said, right?
I did, yeah. So I have 2 dogs, Maggie and Vale, and a cat named Kua, and they're in the book as well, because our pets are with us every single day. They see us more than a lot of other people. And me and my husband, we love our pets. My girls love our pets, and we do consider them gifts from God as well.
Absolutely, without a doubt, they're part of the best part of life, our pets, no doubt. How do you envision your book, The Gifts of Christmas, being used perhaps in Sunday school classes to teach the meaning of Christmas a little bit? Have you thought about that at all?
Yeah, I think it would be a great tool to bring into to the Christian community and the churches, because it was at a Christmas mass, I think 2 years ago. The priest had all the children come up and he asked them why we celebrate Christmas, and one of the little kids screamed out, "Santa Claus!" And so because kids are taught about Santa and it's everywhere, this is the way to bring Christ back to Santa, because he was a bishop. He was a Christian. He believed in Jesus. And like I said, that's why it's seamless, because I'm just bringing the stories together.
You're giving the true meaning of Santa Claus, that he was a bishop, he was Saint Nicholas, he was a saint, and that there's a reason why he gave gifts. And it's not the guy at the department store sitting there with the red hat and the white beard. It has something a little bit more important than that, a lot more important than that. The name of the book we've been talking about today is The Gifts of Christmas. It is a touching story that helps children see how God's love shines through every part of the Christmas season. Marcia, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
I
Appreciate it.
appreciate your time, your wit, your wisdom, and your insight. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford for the Global Book Network. So long for now.